Chosen one, if you have found yourself here, it is no coincidence at all. This very moment is divinely orchestrated to deliver a life-changing revelation into your heart and soul. There is a secret wave of wealth approaching, ready to lift you higher than you have ever imagined. You may have felt like you have been standing in the shallows, waiting for the tide to shift. But now is the time when the ocean of abundance is preparing to rush in and fill your world with blessings that exceed every limitation. God has guided your steps to this exact point, and you should know with absolute certainty you are meant to receive this message, to be inspired, to stand up and claim the riches that are about to flow into your life. Take a moment now to do 3 things that will help amplify the energy of this message. First, hit the like button on this video. Let that simple act be your declaration of faith that a breakthrough is on the horizon. Second, subscribe to this channel to stay connected, because the days and weeks ahead will be filled with messages that strengthen your spirit and expand your vision. And third, leave a comment with the number 777. This powerful number symbolizes spiritual alignment, unlimited abundance, and the opening of doors that once seemed sealed shut. By typing 777, you are sending a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive this unstoppable wave of wealth. Chosen one, you may have felt overlooked or discounted in the past, but the truth is, you carry a light within you so bright that the forces of darkness cannot snuff it out. There have been moments when you wondered if your prayers were heard at all, nights when you cried out for a sign, days when you questioned whether anyone understood the battles you've been fighting in secret. Yet here you stand, soul burning with an inner fire that refuses to be extinguished. You have been chosen for a mighty purpose, and the wealth coming your way is not only about money or possessions, it is also about restoration of your spirit, healing of your heart, and the power to bless others as you have always longed to do. Understand that every struggle you've faced has been preparing you for this moment. The tears, the setbacks, the disappointments, all of them have shaped you into a vessel capable of holding immense blessings without breaking under the weight. There are hidden lessons in every season of waiting, and your patience has not gone unnoticed. In fact, the times when you felt most alone were the very moments that God and the angels were arranging miracles behind the scenes. The wave of wealth that is about to sweep into your life will confirm beyond any doubt that your faithfulness was never in vain. Think about how an ocean wave gathers its force far away from shore. Long before it crests and becomes visible, it is building power, rising stronger with each shift of the tide. So it is with the secret wave of wealth now moving in your direction. You might not see every detail yet, but make no mistake, it is approaching swiftly, and it carries within its surge the answers to your prayers. This wealth might take the form of a financial opportunity, a miraculous provision, the right person stepping in at the right time, or even a sudden revelation that opens endless doors. Do not limit what God can do by focusing on only one method of blessing you. Stay open, for the divine can use any avenue to deliver the prosperity meant for you. There are voices out there telling you it is foolish to expect this kind of breakthrough. They might call you a dreamer or suggest you keep your ambitions small, but you know deep in your soul that these naysayers have no say in the future God has laid out for you. The world has countless stories of individuals who were told their visions were impossible, yet those visions were precisely what led them to extraordinary success and influence. This is no time to hide your light. On the contrary, it is time to let your brilliance shine, to trust the inner compass that keeps pointing you to greater blessings, and to walk confidently toward the horizon where heaven and earth meet. When you see the negative comments, the doubts, the fear-based warnings, remind yourself of every time you overcame an obstacle that was supposed to break you. You survived what many would consider impossible precisely because you are chosen, set apart, infused with spiritual resilience. That same resilience is now magnetizing opportunities from all corners of the earth. You are no ordinary individual. You carry the aura of someone who was meant to break chains, break curses, and usher in a new reality for yourself and for those who look up to you. This wave of wealth isn't just about personal gain. Its impact will ripple outward, touching your family, your friends, your community, and even strangers who will find inspiration in your journey. You have a heart that longs to uplift others, and for too long you have felt limited. Your dreams have been forced to stay small or hidden because you lacked the resources to carry them out. But now is the season of expansion. Now is the time your big vision meets God's limitless supply. The wave will come not as a tiny ripple, but as a force so undeniable that you will have no choice but to ride it. It is going to elevate you to levels you never thought possible. Step into this new season with expectancy, not hesitation. The difference between those who witness miracles and those who do not often comes down to a simple willingness to believe. Remember, a wave can be ridden only if you dare to move with it. If you stand back and let fear hold you, it will pass you by. But if you step forward in faith, this rushing tide of abundance will lift you to new heights. It takes courage to receive something so monumental, but courage is part of your spiritual DNA. You were born to do this, to stand at the edge of the unknown and say, "Here I am, Lord, I am ready." Chosen one, do not underestimate your own readiness. There is an impulse sometimes to hold back, to say you are not equipped, or that you need more time, more knowledge, more validation. But the wave does not consult your doubts. It arrives when the appointed hour comes, and that hour is nearly here. God has already equipped you with everything necessary for this breakthrough. Your past experiences, talents, relationships, and even the hurts you have endured are all pieces of a grand puzzle that is about to come together. The bigger the wave, the bigger the puzzle, and the deeper the significance of your journey. Take a moment to breathe in the magnitude of this promise. Envision yourself standing on the shore, feet firm in the sand, watching the horizon glow with possibilities. The sun begins to rise, painting the sky in gold and pink. You feel a shift in the wind, a rustle that hints at the power building far out at sea. That is the wave for which you have waited, the wave that will exceed your expectations. Let that image root itself in your mind, fueling your faith and amplifying your excitement, because once it arrives, there is no going back to the life you once knew. You will have tasted the wonder of living in constant overflow. Now, if you have not already done so, remember to like this video. Let it be your public affirmation that you are in agreement with this message of transformation. Subscribe to this channel as a spiritual act of staying connected, because breakthroughs often come with follow-up signs and confirmations. Finally, if you truly feel the power of these words, if your spirit is resonating like a tuning fork, vibrating at a higher frequency, comment 777 below. Let this be your symbolic acceptance of the wave, your personal signature on the contract of abundance that heaven is offering you. Chosen one, know that there will always be storms before the greatest waves. Right before a monumental shift, it is not unusual to feel resistance. This is when obstacles may try to spring up from every direction. Perhaps a sudden bill, a conflict with a loved one, or an unexpected disappointment tries to derail your optimism. Recognize these events for what they are, the last echoes of an old season that is losing its grip on your destiny. These challenges are not permanent barriers. They are opportunities to stand firm and declare, "I will not be moved. I trust that something far greater is coming my way." Stand firm you must, because the wave is nearly within reach. One of the greatest mistakes people make is to give up right before their breakthrough. They lose hope mere moments before the tide turns. Let that not be your story. Instead, Persevere with unwavering determination. Each time a wave of discouragement tries to crash into you, remind yourself that you have withstood much greater storms in the past. You are still here, still breathing, and that is proof enough that an unstoppable power flows through your veins. You are the vessel through which divine favor will manifest in astonishing ways. Remember, your life up to this point has been a testament to resilience. You have had dreams since you were a child, dreams that at times felt impossible given the circumstances surrounding you. Yet, something deep inside you refused to let go. That something is your divine spark, the seal of being chosen. People may have labeled you as too idealistic or too sensitive, but that sensitivity is precisely what makes you attuned to the realms of spirit, able to sense the waves of destiny long before they come into full view. Your heart, your empathy, your willingness to believe in miracles, these are all keys that unlock the vaults of abundance. As the wave of wealth approaches, it will also refine your circle. Not everyone can ride this wave with you. Some people may try to cling to the old narrative of lack or negativity, and you might feel tension with those who cannot celebrate your breakthrough. It is important to remember that your blessings threaten no one. In fact, your abundance is meant to be shared and multiplied. However, there will be those who reveal envy or doubt. Bless them anyway, but do not let their skepticism dilute your conviction. You are on a sacred mission, and nothing can stand in the way of what has already been decreed over your life. Faith is the currency of miracles. The more you invest faith into this message, the more it expands in your life. The more you doubt, the more you limit the flow. Think of faith as a sail catching the wind. Without the sail, even the strongest breeze cannot move your ship. But once you raise that sail, the same wind that might have gone unnoticed suddenly becomes your driving force. Right now, a mighty wind of abundance is blowing your way. Will you raise your sail of faith and allow it to carry you into the unknown depths of prosperity? Sometimes, it might feel like you are not worthy of such blessings. Old regrets, shame, or mistakes from the past can creep up, whispering that you do not deserve a new chapter of lavish grace. But that is exactly why you are chosen. Because grace does not depend on worthiness by human standards. Grace is a divine gift, an unmerited favor that overrides your history and ushers you into your destiny. You are not defined by your past shortcomings. You are defined by the promise of new beginnings. When that wave arrives, it will wash away every lie that said you could not step into greatness. Chosen one, hear this clearly. Your name is on this wave of wealth. This is not a general statement for some unknown individual. It is specifically for you. The wave that is forming has been in motion ever since you were placed on this earth. Every time you overcame a setback, every time you chose hope over despair, every time you gave love instead of resentment, you were adding momentum to this approaching tide. It is shaped by your resilience, powered by your faith, and destined for your shore. All that remains is for you to open your arms and receive it. Imagine for a moment that you are standing at the threshold of a grand banquet hall. Inside, a feast is prepared with tables overflowing with the richest foods and sweetest desserts, all laid out in your honor. Outside, you are carrying bags filled with doubts, fears, insecurities, and the memories of past failures. To enter this banquet, you must be willing to put those heavy bags down. You cannot enjoy the feast if your hands remain full of what no longer serves you. This wave of wealth is like that banquet. It awaits your presence. But you have to let go of the old mindset that says you must struggle in lack. Let it go. Step forward and taste the goodness that has been prepared just for you. You might ask, what if this is too good to be true? But what if it is exactly the kind of goodness you were always meant to experience? Sometimes people become so accustomed to lack that abundance feels alien or even intimidating, Yet deep down, your spirit knows you were not designed for continuous. The wave of wealth you are about to receive will feel like coming home to a place you have always yearned for, even if you could not name it. When it arrives, do not shrink back. Let yourself rejoice fully, give thanks openly, use what you receive to spread even more goodness around you. Whatever form your prosperity takes, it will have the power to uplift others, to heal generational wounds, to spark creativity, and to unleash visions that have been sleeping within you. You will feel like you have stepped into a new dimension of possibility, where ideas that once seemed out of reach suddenly become tangible. This is the transformative power of stepping into your role as a chosen vessel of divine supply. Stay sensitive to the signs that the universe is sending you. Whether it is a random conversation that sparks a brilliant idea, a dream that stirs your heart late in the night, or a new relationship that comes into your life with perfect timing, keep your eyes open. These signs are like breadcrumbs guiding you toward the fullness of the wave. Do not dismiss them as coincidences. In the kingdom of God, coincidences are rare. Most are orchestrations leading you toward your destiny. Discern the pattern, follow the threads of divine synchronicity, and watch as everything seamlessly weaves together into a glorious tapestry of success. Chosen one, by now your heart should be burning with anticipation. You can sense that this is more than just words. It is a clarion call to step into the next chapter of your life. Do not doubt that your steps have been guided to this place. This is your time to proclaim victory, to stand in faith, and to watch the miraculous unfold. Yes, there will be moments that challenge you, but that is part of the purification process. The gold must be refined by fire, and your character is polished by every test you meet with courage. Remain steadfast, because your wave is closer than it has ever been. If you feel the stirring within your spirit, then once again do 3 simple things. Like this video, subscribe to stay connected, and type 777 in the comments. These actions are not mere social media gestures. They are your way of sealing this declaration in the natural world. They show that you are active in your faith, not just passively listening. Faith without works is dead, and by taking these small steps, you are expressing that you are ready to receive what has already been promised. You are stepping into alignment with a force that is both ancient and new, powerful enough to shift every area of your life. Before the wave hits, cultivate gratitude. Start praising in advance for what is about to break forth. Gratitude is a magnet for miracles. It says to the universe, I trust your timing, I trust your methods, and I believe I am worthy of blessing. When you wake up each day, list the things you are thankful for. Your breath, your abilities, your loved ones, and even the struggles that taught you resilience. By living in gratitude, you expand your capacity to receive. The wave of wealth will find a heart wide open, ready to receive every drop of goodness it carries. As you stand on this threshold, do not forget that wealth is not solely about numbers in a bank account. True wealth includes health, peace of mind, loving relationships, and a sense of purpose that no amount of money can buy. The wave that's coming is a holistic move of blessing. Yes, it may provide financial elevation, but it will also awaken new talents within you, repair emotional scars, and draw supportive people into your life. Embrace this total picture of abundance. It is so much richer than just funds and assets. Perhaps you have been hearing whispers in your spirit, subtle nudges that invite you to dream bigger. Pay attention to these nudges. They often precede a major shift, hinting that the gates of opportunity are about to open wide. Remember the story of how an eagle teaches its young to fly by stirring the nest and removing its comfort. In the same way, if you have felt discomfort or a holy restlessness, it is likely because your nest is being stirred. You were never made to stay in the same place forever. You have wings, chosen one, and the wave of wealth is but one sign of the grand flight you are about to take. Should you feel a sudden surge of boldness, use it. Speak life over your circumstances. Declare favor over your finances. Affirm that your steps are ordered. There is power in the words you speak, and as you voice the truth of what is coming, you help usher it into reality. Just as storms can be calmed by a single word of faith, entire destinies can shift with the right declaration at the right time. This is your time to speak what you believe, to call forth the wave without apology, and to celebrate it even before you see it break on the shore. Chosen one, the horizon is glowing with promise. Every cell in your body can feel it. The air is charged with anticipation, as though the entire universe is leaning in to watch your next move. Lift your head high, for you are not just another face in the crowd. You are part of a royal lineage, a spiritual heritage that goes back to the dawn of time. The seeds planted by your ancestors' prayers, your mentors' faith, and your own unwavering hope are now ready to bear fruit. And that fruit will be sweet, abundant, and more fulfilling than any harvest you have tasted before. Keep your heart pure, your mind set on higher things, and your spirit tuned to the frequency of blessing. This wave is not a fleeting moment of luck, it is a divinely orchestrated surge. Once it comes in, you will never be the same. You will look back on this exact season and see how it all had to unfold precisely the way it did. Your tears were never wasted. Your waiting was never pointless. Everything was building toward this majestic unveiling of favor. Now, beloved soul, we have journeyed deep into the reality of what lies ahead. But the wave of wealth is vast, and there is still more to understand, more to prepare for, more to discover about how your life will be transformed. The message you have heard so far is just the beginning of a much greater tapestry that continues to weave itself around you. Chosen one, as you stand on the brink of receiving this secret wave of wealth, I want you to understand one profound truth. You are not here by accident. The events of your life have conspired in a grand tapestry to position you exactly where you need to be. Even those twists and turns that once felt like detours were actually vital parts of your preparation. There is a divine hand orchestrating every step, and this wave you're about to experience will confirm once and for all that every longing of your heart has been heard. Imagine for a moment how your daily life will shift once this wave arrives. You wake up each morning without the familiar grip of worry about finances or the future. Instead, there's a clarity and peace in knowing that you have resources you can rely on, and they go beyond just monetary support. You feel an expanded vision blossoming inside you, as though someone has removed the blinders you've worn for so long. The energy around you vibrates with new opportunities, fresh ideas, and unexpected connections. It's as if the entire universe is nodding in agreement with your deepest desires. People around you will notice a change too. They may say, "There's a new glow in your eyes," or a calm radiance in your presence. It's not that you've become someone else. You're simply stepping into more of who you truly are. The illusions of limitation fall away like old skins, and what remains is your authentic self, unafraid to dream bigger, unafraid to love without holding back, unafraid to pursue those callings you once put on the shelf. This wave, dear soul, is not just a shift in external circumstances. It's a catalyst that awakens you to your own divine inheritance. As this awakening occurs, don't be surprised if you begin noticing synchronicities more frequently. These can show up as repeated number sequences, sudden inspirations, or meaningful encounters with people who provide exactly what you need in the moment you need it. Think of these synchronicities as heavenly winks, reminders that a higher power is actively coordinating the details of your life. Just as a musician tunes the strings of an instrument, you are being tuned to a frequency of abundance, and once you align with it, the music of miracles starts to play all around you. Remember, though, that every great blessing carries within it an invitation to grow. This newfound wealth, spiritual, emotional, and financial, will stretch you in ways that refine your character. You may need to release old habits that no longer serve your expanded life, or step away from relationships that keep you anchored in the past. Even with a heart full of gratitude, it can feel daunting to leave behind the familiar. But growth is often uncomfortable, and that discomfort is a sign you're entering territories you were always meant to explore. Chosen one, dare to see yourself as a conduit of blessing. The resources coming your way are not meant to be hoarded, but to be circulated like living water, flowing, refreshing, and nourishing every life it touches. As you share generously, you create a vacuum that the universe fills with even more. This is the dynamic law of giving and receiving. The more you pour out, the more you make room for heaven's endless supply. Do not fear lack when you give. In God's economy, generosity is the key to continuous overflow. Be mindful also of the voices around you. Some will celebrate with you wholeheartedly, recognizing the divine favor resting upon your life. Others may harbor silent doubts or even outright jealousy. Guard your heart, yet remain compassionate. Understand that not everyone can fathom what it's like to walk with the mantle of being chosen. Their skepticism or envy is not a reflection of your worth. It's a reflection of their own inner conflict. Stay focused on your mission. Keep your spirit open, but do not let negativity distort the clarity of your calling. If you ever feel the pull of self-doubt, those lingering what-ifs that creep in and whisper you're not really chosen, or that perhaps this wave is just a fantasy, bring to mind all the moments when you received small miracles. Recall the bills that got paid against all odds, the unexpected opportunities that opened up right when you needed them, the loving support that appeared in your darkest hour. Those were not coincidences, they were glimpses of the same divine force that's now about to show up in a much larger way. Your history of supernatural provision is the proof that this wave is not a mere wish, but a certainty awaiting its moment. And yes, dear chosen one, there is a momentum building that you can feel in your very bones. It's the sense that time is accelerating, that events are lining up rapidly, converging toward a breakthrough that has your name on it. This is why it's so crucial to stand in faith. The days or weeks leading up to your manifestation might test your resilience. You could face an unexpected setback or a challenge that seems tailor-made to discourage you. Understand that these are spiritual contractions, a sign that birth is imminent. The old is resisting the new, but it cannot hold out for long. Keep moving forward, keep believing, keep declaring what you know to be true in the core of your being. Let me remind you once again to like this video if you haven't already. Subscribe so that you remain in the stream of these messages, and drop that powerful comment with the number 777. Each action cements your intention to receive and helps build the collective energy that makes these transformations more tangible. You never know who else needs this message to awaken their own destiny. By engaging, you help spread this light further, aligning with the divine principle of multiplied blessings. Chosen one, what if I told you that the very environment around you is now shifting to accommodate your breakthrough? Doors you never knew existed are about to open. People who once overlooked you will suddenly see you in a different light. Projects that stalled out will revive with renewed vigor. Even your physical surroundings, your home, your workspace, the streets you walk, may start to feel charged with a quiet intensity, as if they too sense what's coming. This is real. It's the resonance of your faith, vibrating outward and rearranging matter in miraculous ways. Stay in expectation. Expectation is different from hope or daydreaming. Hope says, "I'd love for this to happen someday." Expectation says, "This is happening now, and I'm preparing my life to receive it." Expectation makes room. It might mean reorganizing your finances so you can handle a higher level of income responsibly. It might mean freeing up space in your calendar for the surge of opportunities coming your way. Or it might mean cleansing your emotional landscape, letting go of grudges or bitterness so your heart can fully expand to house the blessings that are arriving. You may even find yourself called to have greater discipline or structure in areas of your life that once felt minor. The wave of wealth will bring increased influence, and with that influence comes a need for integrity. The more you receive, the more you're able to impact the world. So prepare well. Do not fear this responsibility. Embrace it as part of your higher assignment. There's nothing more fulfilling than realizing you are actively partnering with a greater plan, one that extends beyond your personal comfort and benefits the collective good. Chosen one, I encourage you to keep your eyes not just on what you can gain, but on what you can contribute. The joy of true abundance lies in using it as a force for upliftment. Remember that whether you help one person or 1,000, your contribution is significant. The love you pour out has a ripple effect, transcending boundaries you might never see. Compassion, generosity, and empathy, these are the spiritual currencies that multiply your material blessings. As you send them out into the universe, they return to you in waves, strengthening your faith and broadening your capacity for more. Through it all, anchor yourself in gratitude. There will be moments when this wave feels surreal, as if you're living a dream. It's in those moments you must consciously ground yourself in thankfulness. Gratitude roots you, preventing the whirlwind of new blessings from making you lose sight of your foundation. It keeps your heart humble and reminds you that every good and perfect gift ultimately flows from a divine source that has been shaping your destiny all along. If you need a tangible practice to hold on to, try starting each day by speaking out loud at least 5 things you're grateful for. Speak them with conviction, feel them in your core, and let that gratitude color your perception for the rest of the day. This simple exercise aligns your mind and spirit, setting a positive tone that attracts more of the same energy. You'll notice your stress levels dropping, your clarity improving, and your heart remaining open to the continuous flow of blessings. Chosen one, the days of living on the edge of lack are concluding. A new era of generosity, fulfillment, and elevated vision is dawning. Can you sense it? The invisible realm is humming with anticipation, and your name is being spoken in rooms you haven't even entered yet. This is how favor works. God places your essence on the hearts of others before you ever arrive. Opportunities seek you out, not because you chase them, but because your spirit is calling them in. The wave of wealth is searching for you as intently as you are anticipating it, each guided by the same divine magnetism. And in those quiet moments, late at night or early at dawn, when you feel the hush of everything around you, allow yourself to dream without limit. Picture yourself living in the fullness of this promise, making an impact that resonates far beyond your lifetime. Envision the faces of those who will be touched by your abundance, from family and friends to strangers whose lives will intersect with yours in miraculous ways. Let that image stir a deep well of love in you, a love that transcends selfish ambition and becomes a wellspring of compassion.